ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrick Rosas. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Out, 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 out.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Elliott running right. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You ready? Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some set, go.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, lock it. Check 13. Check 13. Go.
Now Jones. Caught right side, Tate. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Cowboys nothing. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Spins past him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line 47. Hey, line 52.
Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, Running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And again, it's Prescott being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check your hot read.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Murrah, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Check.
On second down, Prescott again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker, as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. A quick feed from Tate. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 52. He's checking. Crash. Switch. Leo. Ready.
Saquon Barkley running right. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Jones. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory. drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get that ball. Go on to 53. Check safety. Check safety.
The give is to Elliott. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing, Prescott, flushed out right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's a give to Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and
8.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, Keith. Tighten up.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Giants.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Fresno. We're going to 53.
They go to Elliott again. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Good shot, man. 52's the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Let's go, tight end, let's go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 49. Here we go. 47.
To the air again, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is caught. It's Cooper. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Take four, take four.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go to Barkley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's put them on the buses.
Ready?
And Tate's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rosas to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Line in.
What we got?
Hey, kill. 47.
It's our time. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Check. 52.
Prescott off play action. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 51 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80%